My name is Dr. Mary Marcotte. I'm a veterinarian at Animal Care Alliance in Richmond, Indiana, and this is Joyce Luckett. She is the director there. So back in January, I got a text message about a bobcat that was hit by a car. She had a really bad injury to her back leg. She was transported by conservation officers to Wild Care in Bloomington, and then they transported her up to us, which again is in Richmond, Indiana. And we sedated her. We checked her fully for all her injuries, and what I found was she had a complete fracture to her femur. I believe it was the right hind leg. She also has multiple fractures and a dislocation in her right hip. So it was a little bit tricky because of the surgeries that you need to do to be able to repair that. So what I decided to do is we split it into two separate surgeries. The first one was to actually fix the fracture. We wanted to have some stability on that leg before we went into the hip joint, and that would make it more likely for the hip to actually repair itself once we got to that phase of the procedure. So I put in a pin. It went in great. We got the fracture reduced, and then we basically just let the body heal itself. So I think was it like 2 months? That's what we decided, and then we retook the x-ray. Once I removed that pin and we took the x-rays again, and I palpated and rotated her hip, it actually had healed quite well on its own, and I made the decision after actually talking to another board certified specialist to leave it as is.
There was a live trap put inside of her enclosure that was baited with food for, I don't know, what, several days, weeks?
Weeks.
Before today, to get her used to the trap. So then yesterday, Joyce went in, put some chicken in there, and we went ahead and released the trap door so that when she goes in, it would trigger. So we were successful in doing that yesterday, probably, I don't know, what was it, about 6 o'clock? She went right in, the trap was set, and we loaded her up, drove her down here. Really? I didn't know they do that in Kentucky. I just call her Bobby.
You guys all right?
Maybe we could just leave her alone for a little bit and we all walk into the truck.
That's true.
Yeah, we gotta get this. Animal Care Alliance is a nonprofit veterinary clinic, and while we primarily take care of domestic pets like dogs and cats, we are also permitted by Indiana DNR and U.S. Fish and Wildlife to rehabilitate wild native mammals and birds of prey and songbirds. So while we don't make any money for doing the wildlife stuff that we do, it costs us a lot of money actually. We love what we do, and we are the only organization that is permitted within a multi-county area to do what we do. So you might walk into our clinic any day and see somebody holding a baby raccoon or a turkey vulture or a great blue heron. We just never know what it's going to be. We actually got our start from a $7,000 grant from the Wayne County Foundation in 2007. We started in a room in the shelter doing surgeries, spay-neuter surgeries, because that's really primarily what we're all about. We did 12,500 surgeries in 4 years in a room that was like 12 by 15 in an animal shelter. And by the end of those 4 years, we'd really outgrown our space and we were taking the shelter away from its mission. So we decided to split, and we still work very, very well together, but we have our own facility now. And we're in Richmond. Our address is 1353 Abington Pike. So if you need help with an animal, give us a call.